Good evening, everyone. Dan, I really struggle with what to say this evening. As you know, my public speaking skills are pretty limited. But Claudette sounded so desperate when she contacted me to speak that I couldn't say no. She said I was the 10th person that she'd called. When the previous contacts were asked to say nice things about you at this gala, they hung up on her. So after agreeing to say a few words, my dilemma was, if I had to say wonderful things about you, how was I going to keep a straight face when I know I'm speaking to a room full of dignitaries? As a result, I decided to do this video message. I told people that I was out of town this weekend, but I'm really just sitting at home because I couldn't face this audience. This probably isn't an appropriate setting to give you feedback, Dan, but here goes. First of all, no one wants to be around a colleague who's so upbeat all the time. Every time I see you, you have a smile on your face and are in a good mood. I know that most Cub fans drift in and out of reality, Dan, but you simply have to stop being so happy. I've tried to model a more somber mood that people are drawn to, but you've not picked up on my cues very well. When I first came to MG and did not know you well, I quickly figured out that you had a subpar reputation. I drew this conclusion because Renee Tennant informed me that she was tired of you at GDS and she was passing you on to me. Because I'm afraid of Renee, I didn't ask any questions, but made room for you at the high school when we had the next Fayette opening. My fears about your abilities were confirmed when your own daughters begged me not to bring you to the high school because they would soon be high school students. I'm not going to embarrass you by talking about your wardrobe at school. I'm guessing you're sitting in this recognition banquet in a pair of sweatpants and an old lacrosse baseball t-shirt. Anyway, we should probably talk about your attempt to be our announcer for home football games. I don't know what school broadcasting you attended, but no sportscaster says someone was tackled by a flock of eagles. Dan, everyone knows that a group of eagles is called a convocation, not a flock. You give the impression that our staff is uneducated when you say things like this over the PA system. People know that you're an MG grad. I've also grown tired of complaints from opposing football fans asking why their school cannot sign up for aerial coverage from Delta Airlines, or why our announcer gave updates on area ball games with the scores, but no team names. I would not plan on broadcasting a second career after you retire from teaching. You recently shared with me that your driving skills are really no better than your broadcasting skills. Dan, we can't trust you to transport students back and forth to golf matches in a van when you jump a curb in Monroe Drive with your parents' van and end up in a vacant parking lot facing the wrong way. You claim the brakes went out. Dan, I know that your parents would not give you a van that had bad brakes. I could go on about your deficiencies. However, in all fairness, you do have a couple of strengths. For example, in my 12 years working with you, I've yet to have one parent or one student complain about their experiences in your classroom. In fact, students seem to love being in your classes. Colleagues also seem to love working with you. As you have transitioned more and more time to high school, teachers, and not just Fayette teachers, have asked me when we're going to get you full-time at the high school. As the boys' head basketball coach, you hold one of the most visible and challenging positions of our coaches. There are a number of aspects that make basketball so difficult. You can only play 5 players at a time, the fans sit on top of you, the season's long, and there's an unbelievable amount of free advice. I've watched the relationship you develop with your players. They respect and appreciate the positive manner in which you communicate with them. You never lose your poise and always keep things in perspective. This is not easy to do in the heat of competition. As if teaching and being a head coach is not enough, you make time to announce at football games. I know some schools where the head football and basketball coaches won't even speak to each other, nevertheless support each other. You're the athletic director at GDS and make sure that our middle school students are provided positive athletic experiences, and your free time you coach boys golf. In my 25 years as school administrator, I've learned that educators like you are the backbone of great schools, and I don't take your commitment to our students or the quality of your teaching and coaching for granted. Thanks for being a consummate professional by always putting kids first, giving your time and talents wherever they are needed, and doing so with a positive outlook on life. It's a privilege to work with you. Congratulations on this recognition. It's well deserved.